J. Blake Smith, Little Rock, Arkansas. Appearing, the Travelers played their final game at Little Rock on September 3, 2006 at Raywin Field before moving to nearby Dickey Stevens Park near North Little Rock in April 2007. Arkansas annually. Little Rock is home to the Arkansas School for the Blind, ASB, and the Arkansas School for the Deaf, ASD, which are public schools managed by the ASB-ASD Board of Trustees. Little Rock is the capital and most populous city of the U.S. state of Arkansas. As the county seat of Pulaski County, the city was incorporated on November 7, 1831, on the southern bank of the Arkansas River near the state's geographic center. On February 6, 1904, a decision of the Arkansas Supreme Court allowed the area to merge with the neighboring city of North Little Rock. The jury trial took place on May 20, 1987, in the District Court of Crawford County, Arkansas. When the state suspended his case, the plaintiff sought an outright verdict based on the state's failure to prove that it was aware of the change. The motion was denied, and when the appellant's case was closed, the motion was reopened and denied again. The jury returned a guilty verdict on all 4 counts and imposed a $1,000 fine on each count plus a 1-year sentence on the second count. Additional investigations were carried out, as a result of which the applicant was charged with 4 counts of counterfeiting odometers, ARC Code N. This dispute concerns the care and upbringing of an 8-year-old girl adopted by the applicant and filed a few hours after her birth. The plaintiff, after the divorce was decided, with the permission of the Pulaski Court of Chancery, took this little foster girl to Mobile, Alabama, and placed her in the home of his brother and his wife, Hazel Blake, who have 2 young daughters. To this little girl, the age used by the company and the association. Little girl Hazel Blake and 2 girls have their own bedroom, and she receives the care and guidance of Mrs. Hazel Blake, whose character is undeniable. Mary Blake Smith, who filed the appeal, admitted that she had been in love with Hale Smith since she was 15 years old, or about 25 years old. She and William had a son, William P. Markopoulos, Jr., born around 1952. The remains of the body of Phyllis Francis Smith are also buried in the South Memorial Park Cemetery in Biloxi, Mississippi, next to the remains of Harold L. Belland. At the time of her death, Harold L. Belland was married to Phyllis Francis Smith Markopoulos, 1915 to 1985, who died on December 1, 1985 in Gulfport, Mississippi. She was born in New Orleans on September 28, 1915, to Frederick Smith and Frances N. Hardy. On November 23, 2019, Christopher and Laura Robbins Belland's first child, Henry Robert Belland, was born in Washington, D.C. Austin Brian Smith, born June 22, 2011, and Dylan James Smith, born June 19, 2014, with grandmother Mary Betsy Bryant Belland. Betsy Belland Smith and Austin Blake Smith welcomed their second child, Dylan James Smith, born in Little Rock, Arkansas on June 19, 2014. Betsy gave birth to Austin Bryant Smith in Little Rock on June 22, 2011. He is survived by his wife, Rosemary Holland Whitaker, 51, 2 daughters-in-law and Paul, Beverly, and Robin McCollum of DeQueen and Charlene and Calvin Underwood of Fort Smith, Arkansas, 5 grandchildren, Kevin, James, Joshua, Priscilla, and Robin, 12 great-grandchildren, 2 brothers, James Whitaker of Cabot, Arkansas and Woody Ellison of Georgia, sister Sandra Foster of Little Rock, Arkansas, and several grandchildren. He leaves his wife Marilyn Brody Archer, daughter Meredith Archer of Plano, Texas, son and daughter-in-law Mark and Annette Archer of Conway, Arkansas, 2 grandchildren Carter and Austin Archer, sister, Deborah Bickley of DeQueen, 2 grandchildren and their spouses, Natalie and David Dickey of Arlington, Texas, and Nida and Paul Griffin of Yellville, Arkansas, his brother-in-law Ralph G. Brody and his daughter-in-law Mary Lou Brody, both from Little Rock, Arkansas, and many other relatives. Gary leaves wife Bonnie Ginn, children, Jennifer Quada from Bossier City. Ms. Barbara Jean Penny Chunning, 81, of Foreman, Arkansas, passed away Friday, May 28, 2021 at Little River Nursing and Rehab in Ashdown, Arkansas. Jessica Dean was born on August 22, 1985 in Little Rock, Arkansas, USA, and grew up in a hunting family with a sister named Rachel Dean Wilson. Arkansas News Bureau columnist / radio / television personality / independent media empire David Sanders returns to the presidential race and notes John Blake Rutherford on Facebook. Blake Smith, Arkansas virtual assistant. I'm Blake Smith from Little Rock, Arkansas, and I'm a writer, blogger, and freelancer. Little Rock native Blake Rutherford is the co-founder and executive editor of SourceStream, the nation's first bipartisan interactive streaming network. Blake Rutherford, Little Rock, Arkansas Director of Public Relations at Stoneward 255 Connections. Viewing Blake's full profile on LinkedIn and connecting to Facebook allows people to share and makes the world more open and connected.